Hey everyone, welcome back to the X-Ring. On today's episode, we're gonna get our rifles dialed in with the red dots ready for nationals. So a lot of people wonder what zero is the best for the red dot. And if you're shooting competition, in my opinion, the best zero is gonna be a true 200-yard zero, because that means every target from zero all the way out to 200 yards, you will never be more than 2.5 inches high or low. So if this were placed at, let's say, 100 yards, you're only going to be 2.5 inches high or so, somewhere in there, thereabouts, but you just aim lower third and you should be able to hit like a plate rack or anything. So that's one of the advantages of that 200-yard zero. It should line up closely for 50 yards as well, but we're going to verify it. So I just got my rifle dialed in. I'm shooting an 18-inch Roscoe. It's a purebred barrel. So what I'm going to do is I'm shooting 69 grain Defender ammunition. It's with the SMK. And we'll see what kind of group we can print at 200 yards. So we've got no impacts on the paper. I don't care if it's a little left or if it's a little right. I'm looking for the group itself to see what we can hold with that dot. For the dot, I'm using an aim point. I believe it's a T2 on this one with a 2-minute of angled dot. So let me go ahead and set the camera up and let's go ahead and see what we can do at 200. All right, guys, so the 69 grain Defender Ammunition Company, it's the SMK Match. This is a great round. This is what I usually shoot in competition. So when you're getting your dot dialed in, you want it you basically want it on the least brightest setting. That's going to give you a more fine or crisp dot. Hopefully, if you don't have astigmatism or anything else, you will have a nice clear dot. Otherwise, you might see some blooming. If you have it up too bright, you're going to see some blooming. So we're at 200 yards exactly. I've got 5 shots. So what I'm going to do is I want to see what kind of group I can get at 200 yards with the dot to confirm my zero, so I don't have to mess with it again for nationals. So let's go ahead and get this underway. This does have the Trigger Tech diamond trigger in it. All right, we're gonna go 5-shot group at 200.
Just left the bullseye. Same hole touching. Elevation's good, just below the first 2. Everything's fake green 1 inch. There you go. Edge of the bull. Orange. 3 inches low center.
All right, guys, so that's a 5-shot group at 200 yards using a dot. That's trying to be very precise with it, and the way that I do it is I typically will have it left of center. That way, when I get out to distance, when spindrift comes in, let's say I'm taking shots at 400 and 500 yards, I know that I'm just a little left of center. I don't like a dead center zero for a dot. I like just a hair left of center. That way, if I engage further targets, I'll be good to go. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to go up, look at the group. You guys probably saw that if the GoPro worked down there. And then I have a steel down there. And what we'll do is we will shoot it at 200, 300, 400. And if we can get 400 or 500 yards on that and get hits, I think you're good to go. But you guys can see how good this Defender ammunition works. It's a great company, veteran owned and operated. They're out of Rayford, North Carolina. Don't forget, X-Ring and the coupon code always gets you that 5% off your first order. Let's go check out these groups. All right, guys, so unfortunately, I think my GoPro died. Thought it was charged, but there you go, guys. That is a legit group at 200 yards with a red dot, shooting a 2-minute of angle, aim point. And I did pull the last shot. I do realize that when I pulled it, but like I said, slightly left of center. Elevation is perfect for 200 yards. This is the type of grouping I can expect from Defender ammunition from that 69 grain. It shoots lights out, it really does. So it's all about finding that right combination of barrel twist and everything else. Yeah, so that's good. I don't know what this is going to measure out at. Maybe I'll take a picture, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. 200 yards, zero. I think you're going to be good to go. What we're going to do is we're going to ring some steel. We'll see how that goes.
continue
All right,
on.
guys, so I'm at 300 yards. I want to go ahead and confirm it before I go to 400. What I want to do is I'm not going to shoot off my belly on this one because I guarantee I won't be shooting off my belly at 300 when we are at Nationals. So I'll just do, just a seated position and see if I can hold it at 300. Impact. Impact.
Nice.
And impact. So 3 for 3. So guys, that 200 yard zero works. You just hold a little high on the plate. 400 yards, you got to hold a little higher. What I try to relate in my mind is about a foot higher or so from what you would think would be about a foot above that plate, and you're good to go. So nothing like a good red dot. So on this build right here, I've got a Veltor stock, Magpul, Mo Grip, the Badass ambidextrous safety. I've got the Trigger Tech Diamond. I'm running a Knights Armament flip-up irons as a backup with a Magpul, the Pro. This does have an old Cobalt Kinetics 556 comp. I do run a rail up here because you can sometimes in some matches you can run it's like a bag pod. I don't remember what the name of it is. It's made by Atlas and it works well. This is a full Veltor build. This is the rifle that I won in the Snipers Unknown Challenge, rifle 2 of 2 from 2018. And I'm going to be shooting that Defender ammunition. It is just a great looking rifle, great shooting rifle. So yeah, hopefully I can run some bays with it. Let's go back to 400. So let's go ahead and try it, shooting those 69 grainers. And let's see what we got. So once again, for those precision shots, turn that dot down as low as you can. And here we go.
Low. Not sure. Impact. You're favoring left a hair, but it's nice center impact.
Okay, so first shot was just a hair off. Last 3 shots were dead on. So even with the dot, I mean, we're hitting that 10-inch steel. They're solid hits. I'm going to call it good. I don't think I'm going to touch this until we go to Nationals. A lot of people are going to ask, they're going to say, well, why are you shooting a freaking 18-inch barrel? Guys, the difference between shooting a 16 and an 18, I don't believe it's enough, and I'd rather have that extra velocity at distance, especially since I'm going to be shooting with a dot. I think it's going to move very quickly. I'm not really worried about 2 inches around barricades and whatnot. So hopefully you enjoyed that review of dialing in this red dot at 200 yards. Had no problems making the impacts at 300, just holding the top of the steel. Guys, like, share, and subscribe. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.